A few days ago, at debates, a question was asked, and that's just been stuck in my head. What would you do if your fellow cabinet members didn't believe in your leadership? To keep things concise, my answer was that I ran for this position because I believe in myself 100%. I believe that I've grown, I believe that I've changed, and I would completely be open to telling that cabinet why. The struggles I've overcome, the experiences I've gone through, the stories I could tell. I could do whatever it takes. I would do whatever it takes to show them that I am the leader that they can rely on. I am the leader that can support them, and I am the leader that could unite them. Now envision this right now. You are a CAB member. As your vice president, I'm failing all of you. And right now you guys are listing out why I don't qualify for this position anymore. My lack of communication, not being there for you, not being a true part of this cabinet. You don't believe in me. Let me tell you about how I grew through vulnerability. This past year was the hardest year of my life. I've had nearly no money in my bank account. I've lost my car, I've lost some friends, I lost family. I've been kicked out of the house. I've had what creates my passion stolen from me. I've really struggled. However, I've gotten through all of that, and that's why I'm here today. But that's not why I know I can be your vice president. I know I can be your vice president because of how I got through it. Or better yet, how we got through it. At the very first event of the year, my car got towed. $400 to get it back, and all I could do was sit on that curb and cry. But a couple of cabinet members did not hesitate to help me out. $400 is so much to me. No time have I ever felt okay accepting even half of that. But they insisted and insisted, and I finally accepted it. That maybe getting help from others is okay. Letting yourself be vulnerable is okay. I'm not the greatest son, and I didn't have the greatest relationship with my parents. The time and effort I was putting into being a media officer, being a cabinet member, it wasn't one of their favorite things. They didn't support me. Through all the arguments with my parents, my cab was always there to hear what I needed to say when I needed to open up. They all showed me so much support. However, it got to the point where my parents would, threaten to take away my car, my laptop, my camera, everything I needed to do what I love. And I ended up leaving home. But I knew I wasn't alone. Because of how close we grew, I knew that this cabinet would support me in every way they could. I stayed with some of them for nearly the whole semester, and I couldn't be more grateful. Time passes and we all grow closer and closer. We aren't just cabinet members. We are friends, we are family. Everything starts flowing easier and easier as a team. And as a family, we were doing it, we were working as one. We were there to support each other when we need it, no matter what. One time some of us were out, and long story short, I lost everything. Everything was stolen. My laptop, my drawing pad, my sketchbook, my schoolwork, gone. Now what? Thankfully a friend or an alumni was able to lend me a laptop, and my fellow cabinet members were able to let me use their things when I needed it the most. And to think, thankfully they were there for me. But to be quite honest, I'm still getting through this one. And I think that all happened within the past 7 months, not even a year. Now remember, you are all cabinet members right now, questioning my leadership. I told you these stories, not to show you that I am who will lead you. I tell you these stories to show that we can lead. I tell you these stories not to show my struggles that I overcame. I told you these stories to show the struggles that we overcame. I tell you these stories not to show how strong I am. I tell you these stories to show how strong we can be. I tell you these stories because it started with vulnerability. Vulnerability led to openness. Openness led to comfortability. Comfortability led to friendship. Friendship led to family. And family led to everything that cabinet does becoming that much easier. We are so much more than just a team. We are so much more than just cabinet members. We are so much more than family. We are all one. And all that starts with being comfortable with each other, being open with each other, and most of all, being vulnerable with each other. My name is AJ Vietvu. Do you believe in me now?
AJ, you'll have 30 seconds to respond to this. What is it that you fear most about being a vice president?
The thing I fear most about being vice president is having to sacrifice the same things that I did this year. Like, that's what was keeping me from like declaring earlier. That's what kept me from believing in myself. But after giving it like a lot of thought and just like talking to a few people, like I came to the conclusion that in the end, it would just be like this year. It would just be worth it.